Thanks so much for tuning into the conversation with Astral Poly. I love talking to Mr. Hiranand Savlani because aside of the company's performances, he gives us an anecdote or two about what's happening to the industry at large. The numbers admittedly weren't the best. Obviously, if you look at the numbers, headline numbers, revenues down 2.4%. EBITDA margin came out 12.3% versus 17.6%. So a sharp gash there, which resulted in a 50% dip in profitability. The question is, can some of this get resurrected in the quarters to come? And with a large portion of their capex online, can the company up the revenue performances in the quarters or the years to come? He joins in right now to talk about that. Mr. Savlani, good having you. Thanks for joining in. Hope all is well.
Thank you, Neeraj, for inviting. Everything is fine at Astral.
Super. So tell us, was this a bit below what you would have anticipated? Especially the dip in margins or is this the peak quarter of costs for you?
No, I think Neeraj, that's not a right understanding. If you see the industry per se, not a single company in India has delivered a double-digit margin. Forget about double-digit. Couple of three companies are delivered a loss. They all are the listed entity. You can check the number very well. So considering a loss, we are delivering still 12-13% kind of EBITDA. I think perhaps one of the best number in the industry. Now, how investors are looking, how you guys are looking, that's a different thing. But I think our team has done an excellent job in this difficult environment. If we can deliver these kind of number, I'm sure in the coming time, when the problems of falling price will go away or inventory losses will go away from the system, we are going to deliver the normal margin which we are used to deliver.
Okay, but be that as it may, because you are an industry leader, people expect high things from you, said by the previous good things that you've done, right? So therefore, my question is, what were the pain points in quarter two? Do some of the carry forward inventory, if there is a case like that, still have an impact in quarter three? Or do you believe that this is a kind of the bottom when it comes to the dip in margins and you will only improve from here on?
So I think some carryover will be there. The reason why I'm telling, not rather than carryover, we can say that in the month of October and November, some further fall was there in the PVC price. So because of that, some pressure will come on the margin. But as far as our key product CPVC is concerned, there is a stability in the price. So I think small correction may be there in the margin in the Q3 also. But yeah, definitely industry players who are more dependent on the PVC, they have to take a more pain in the coming times also.
How is the demand environment, Mr. Savlani? Clearly, I mean, what we're seeing across companies is that urban growth is looking very reasonable. Rural growth is largely looking lackluster, save for an exception or two. When I look at your numbers, the headline numbers, the revenue growth doesn't seem to be have faltered. Now, please tell us, how are you seeing the demand environment? How do you expect it to be in what will arguably be a festive season quarter and the quarter beyond that?
So I agree with you that the demand was under pressure, and you rightly pointed out that the urban is still doing better. Rural was affected heavily. And secondly, what has happened that extended rain is also playing the role. So that has also created a problem, particularly in the south. So because of that, some demand pressure was there. We cannot be ruled out. But I think now things are improving, and the way numbers are moving so far in this first, you can say 45 days, it looks that now the volumes growth have started picking up. So we are of the view that in the coming time, demand will come back and the construction activity will also start picking up, unless something abnormal happen in the market, which is very difficult to predict also. Otherwise, I think from here on, it looks that the things will be better. Now, polymer price has also come down substantially, so the affordability has also improved a lot. And in past, many other polymers were cheaper than the PVC. So because of that, people were moving to the HDPE or maybe other categories of pipe. So now I think most of the people will come back to the PVC again back, because now the PVC prices are quite cheaper. So looking to all these things and the way developers are delivering the number and the kind of commentary, it looks that the construction activity should pick up in the coming time.
So for you, the revenue growth, Mr. Savlani, would be a factor of volumes returning back to near normalcy, or would you believe that if demand picks up substantially, you would enact some price hikes too. By the way, what was the pricing scenario in Q2 for you? Did you take any kind of pricing actions, hikes or otherwise, in Q2?
Rather than hike, we have dropped the price. That's
Yeah,
why you
that's what
are
I was
seeing this
wondering,
number.
hikes or otherwise. Yeah.
So that is the market phenomena. The moment polymer price drop, immediately you have to pass through to the market. That is the phenomena for many years.
Got it. No, the other products, Mr. Savlani, wherein the input cost pressures could have been higher, did you have to enact any price hikes in order to protect margins? And therefore, part two of my question, would it be essentially be volume growth which will drive revenue growth for you going ahead?
So I think volume definitely will pick up. And in fact, today also, if you see the last 3-4 year CAGR, which we have already published in our press release also, that we are still doing much better volumes in the industry. So that's why we always tell every investor, don't look at the one particular quarter, because many times what happens that the base effect will also be there. When the industry was not growing that level, we were growing continuously. So because of that, our base is also very high compared to the other players. So that is also playing its role. Now coming to the price side, yes, you can say the adhesive side we had taken the price rise. Now there the raw material pressure has started coming very very sharply. So we are of the view that in the coming time we will see that the margin improvement will start coming into the adhesive side of the business, and there are high probability that in the paint side also that the margin pressure will go away, and there also some improvement will be there. So particularly the chemical related products are there. There pressure is started coming down on substantially, I can say. Now we have to see how market players are behaving and how much they are passing through to the market and how much they are going to retain. Based on that, we have to also take a call. But it looks that definitely the margins will be better in the coming times into that categories.
Mr. Savlani, the way you would dominate and hike your market share in the core category that you operate in, I hear every major player in the ancillary categories that you are in talking about how their market share has gone up and their dominance has increased, be it adhesives, be it paints, be it what have you. My question to you is, how do you foresee the performance of the I wouldn't call them non-core now, but adjacent businesses over the course of the next 12 to 18 months? Do you reckon that there can be an uptick in the volumes and in some cases, if I can use the term market share as well? Or is it difficult to predict that right now?
No, we are doing, you see our new business like adhesive. Adhesive in last 3 years, we have doubled our top line. So it is not that we are not growing. We are continuously growing. You can compare our number with the industry other players also. So continuously we are growing. It is not that this time also the numbers were good, but only little setback came to us, that was from the UK operation, because our rupee appreciated versus pound. So because of that, close to about 8% kind of top line we have to sacrifice because of just conversion from pound to rupee. Otherwise, if I put it that number into the constant currency, we are still much better off, and we are quite confident in the coming quarter also. The way continuous new launches are happening in our new categories also, we are going to deliver the excellent number in the coming time. Look at the adhesive also. Recently also, we have launched, we are promoting our flagship brand Bondtite in the market. Earlier, there were a multiple brand. Now we are consolidating our brand and making it the Bondtite as our flagship brand. And we have recently launched this Bondtite Quick Fix, which is the 5 rupee product. Instantly, you can join anything. Similarly, we have entered with the Bondtite brand with the white glue. White glue is a very, very big market share. So there also we are taking a reasonably good market share. I can't disclose the number because of the competitive activity, but I think we are doing excellent into that product also. So continuously we are adding. Last time we added the, you can say the Bondtite, this epoxy. So Bondtite Pro we launch. So there also, I think the attraction is very good. That is the product which is no one is selling in this Indian market. So continuously new launches happening, and that is why you see we are growing very fast.
So how is the demand scenario been in the festive season quarter, Mr. Savlani? Where are your capacity utilization levels currently? And how do you hope or what do you believe would be the scheme of things in the months to come up until March, let's say?
So I think demand scenario is comparatively good. We don't see any problem into the demand side. Little bit here and there will be there. We are also forgetting, Neeraj, that last quarter we lost 6 days in the integration of our number because we merged the Reginova with Astral. So because of that, the SAP integration and the, you can say, data transfer took time. So because of that, we lost 6 days. 6 days is not a small number. So that also we have to account that why our numbers were little lower than the expectation, I can say. So that was also the reason. Now, as far as the capacity utilization is concerned, I think we have done major part of our capex. So this year end, we are going to complete our adhesive expansion activity. We are going to complete our pipe. Our east plant is ready. So today, if you see, our capacity utilization is hardly 54%, which is very, very low. So next 2-3 years, there will be a reasonably pause. I can't say it will be zero because continuously new products are launched is happening. So some capex will be there and some plant may need some few machines, so that part will continue, but that will be negligible. The major chunk is done. Last 5 years, if you see, we have spent more than 1,000 crore rupees on capex. So now the real benefit will start coming in the coming time.
Okay. And my final question, Mr. Savlani, how was the festive season got up? How was the month of October, for example, or up till the first fortnight, because we are almost 14th November? How has the demand scenario looked? Has it been almost in line with Q2, or has there been some material improvement?
I think slight improvement is there, but I think real number we will be coming to know by end of November. The reason is that the festive season last year, the Diwali was in November, and this year Diwali was in October. So because of that, we have lost some days into the market. So very difficult to compare on month basis. But I think once November will end, we will come to know that we should be in a better position. I am personally is of the view that the November ending, so October, November, both put together, we will be in a double-digit growth in volume terms, I'm telling you. So I think we are going on a track, but I think it's too early. Let we finish the November and then this December, then we will be in a position to communicate exactly number, because few day basis number may be sometimes misleading also. So I don't want to unnecessarily tell that this is, but we are of the view that this quarter should be minimum double-digit kind of growth.
Right. Wish you all the best for that, Mr. Savlani. Thanks so much for taking the time out and speaking to us today.
I want to add one more thing that we should not forget that Astral is going to deliver a reasonably good revenue from these new businesses. Whether it is the sanitary ware faucet, whether it is a, you can say, wall, whether it is a tank, whether it is a drain pro, or maybe a paint also. Because now from April onward, we are going to launch the Astral brand into the paint. You will be very happy to know that though we have not started the sale in a big way in the market, we are still gearing up our supply chain. Still, we are getting a reasonably good order in sanitary ware faucet. Mumbai, we have got 820 bathrooms order. Gujarat, we have got 950 bathroom order. Pune, we have got 105 bathrooms order. And we are coming up with a very big SKUs. It is not a small quantity we are going to launch. We are coming with a complete range. Sanitary ware, we are launching 136 SKUs. And faucet, we are going to launch 411 SKU. So all these things are going to contribute in the number game from the next year onward. We are still telling that this quarter will be still slow because still we are gearing up, making our supply chain full-fledged. Our new stores are getting constructed. We have given Neeraj guidance of 500 new showrooms in before March. We are already completed 34, 97 showrooms are under construction, and we are targeting 500 showrooms should be completed by March. So all these things will convert into the number game from next year. So we have to keep some patience till March. The real number will start coming from the next year on.
Well, it'll be lovely to talk to you closer to that number and post those numbers getting delivered as well, Mr. Savlani. All the best for that. Thank you so much for giving that update as well, and looking forward to talk to you again.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you for once again for inviting.
The pleasure was ours. Viewers, thanks for tuning in.